Our employer brands. Now, this is something very special to me because my company, Ojan, has a wonderful deep heritage in this region. We are very proud of it. It's a fantastic value system within the company. And about a year and a half ago, we did a deal partnership with Coca-Cola Company, and they paid $1 billion for 49% of our company. And suddenly our company brand is Coca-Cola. So if somebody is coming to join, what are they expecting? What will they receive? How close is what they are expecting to what they receive? Because I tell you, it's not about the words on the wall, about, oh, we care about our people, or setting up massive aspirations. It's not about that. It's about matching reality to expectation. I used to work many years ago for a company called Burton Group, which is called Arcadia Group now. And they were very clear, we don't care. It's all about the bottom line. We hire, we fire. No one ever complained about how they were treated in Burton Group because they matched the reality to what they said. So how real is our culture? I'm not letting anyone in my company put posters on the wall with words, because believe me, even if you deliver 99% because you've set an unrealistic expectation, you'll always have dissatisfaction. What about the next generation? This is a train coming towards us at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And I'm the same. I've got children in their teens. And I'm thinking, are they really going to be satisfied going to work 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, 48 hours a week? Their needs, their wants are completely different. We know from lots of research that the Y generation, and by the way, the Z generation is going to be joining us very, very quickly on the job market. They are more entrepreneurial, but they're less hardworking. They're smarter at the way they work. The multitasking, the games mentality, as we call it. How are they going to come into our workforce? They're going to be interested, clocking in, clocking out. They laugh at me about my suit anyway, so maybe they won't be wearing the suit. I don't care about that. But are they going to get poor appraisal rating from their managers who are baby bloomers or X generation? And by the way, where are you recruiting them? Where is the conversation with that group? I have to tell you, I'm not saying we're good at this, but I'm saying that we will be good at it. I really am going to be moving very, very hard as one of my focus areas on social network. To really have an advantage, I have to be at least faster than the competition getting into these things. And are you going to give them the experience they want? Are they really going to sort of wait and go up the steps in the way that we're telling them that they should? It's no longer about the job. Look, when I was joining the workforce, it was really important to me what my job title was, so I could show off to my parents, to my friends. My position in society amongst my friends was defined by what my job title was and what I did. No more. No more. What's the experience? Who gets that experience? How do you position that experience? How long will that experience last? What next once that experience is finished? Are we designing our structures around those key experiences? I mean, we are actually now going to do that. We're going to look at all the great projects that are there, all the great roles that are going to be driving the change. We are working on that to say, okay, now, how do we make sure the right people go there? In the same way that the previous speaker was talking about. Because the equation is always the same. Is it worth investing in this person? Is it worth staying? The critical difference is the market has changed. It used to be a buyer's market when we are selecting them. It's becoming a seller's market, and they're selecting us. And if they don't like it, your investment's gone. Really, really simple. We talk about the talent. Have we really found that we are touching the full talent that's out there? I always like to say that I've more than doubled the number of ladies that are in our company, but it's still only 44. But you can't give up. There are lots and lots of different potential opportunities in diversity, and it's not only gender. It's style, it's disabled, it's different ethnic backgrounds that you recruit from. We've now got 45% different nationalities working in our company, but there's nearly 200 in Dubai alone. Diversity is no longer going to be a nice to have. Diversity is going to be essential in so many different ways. I could do a whole presentation about diversity. And by the way, we have a very clear policy in Ojan. We never talk about diversity, we do diversity. It's the same as the brand. We don't talk culture, we change reality. We change the way it feels to work. We never say. It's the same on diversity in my view. But look at the opportunity. I say to my daughter, this century is yours. I really believe that. I think the change coming, especially in this region, is going to be amazing for the ladies. I'm particularly ashamed of this slide. I don't think I've got a single person who's not a full-time employee. We have casual workers and we have full-timers. Why don't we have more part-timers? I know that part-timers, because I've had experience of cultures where it's very normal to have a lot of part-time employees, like Netherlands, that they are significantly more productive. Far more, two of them, far more productive than one full-timer. Why don't we have more flexibility in type of employment? How can we say we've tapped the full talent that's out there if we haven't tried it? We really have to try. And this massive, massive challenge, is it just for HR? My God. As soon as they fill the form to authorize some kind of recruitment, no. As soon as they've sent an email out saying we might need someone, the clock is already ticking and it's HR that's responsible for delivery. It's not going to work. It's really not going to work. The line manager's accountability is absolutely paramount. We know from all the discussions we've had and all the research that at least for retention, 70% of the effectiveness of the individual is down to the line manager. And the reason that they leave or stay is the line manager. But line managers as talent scouts, line managers as partners in talent development, line managers who are proud to develop someone but give them to someone else. Let them go. Enjoy the legacy. But then look at the companies. Do we really reward managers on being great people developers? Do we celebrate them? We really, really have to fix this. Now, this is my really, I think, the critical thing. You know, the slide we were talking about, is it worth staying? And is it worth investing in this person? We have a strategy. And our strategy requires this capability and requires this kinds of people, etc. So on the whole, the CEO and I and the top of the organization are thinking 3 to 5 years ahead. Okay? We're here already. We're in the future. The employees, they're thinking, I know whatever they say, I know how things really work here. And that's based on experience. They're looking back 3 to 5 years to what is real. So the gap in expectation in our reality is 6 to 10 years. 6 to 10 years in this market? And by the way, what sort of expectations are we giving them? How can you give them expectations without giving them the reality? If our company grows at the rate it did in 2011, 2012, which is group 50%, then hey, we're all going to be okay. Because there's going to be lots of opportunities for you in the future. However, if our products don't win in the market, if our market shrinks and opportunities get smaller, guess what? Everybody's career chances and progression narrows. Do we say that to people? Do we say, by the way, it depends how we grow, and you have a role to play? Do we tell our people, by the way, we're growing in this direction. This is the kind of company we're going to be, style-wise, or this is technically the kind of markets that we want to go into. Prepare yourself, develop yourself, get yourself ready. We don't. We don't share that. So they don't share their career plans with us. They don't say, okay, you know what, I'm actually thinking of moving. And no fault of your own, but there's no opportunity that you could provide for me, or there's a family reason I'm moving, whatever. Please find somebody, and by the way, I'll train them. So that there's no surprises. We don't. We don't tell them, actually, you know what? Instead of filling the form for appraisal, really, let's have a conversation about your career. What is it that you want? Are you happy? Are you not happy? I went to a conference once, and there was a time I had a chain of retail stores. They were my stores, and I had some staff. And somebody said to me, you know what? When it was your company and your money, did you design forms for people to fill? Did you think it was a good use of your time and your money to fill appraisal forms? And I thought about it. It really shocked me. And I thought, you know what? No, I didn't. But what I did do was I took my staff on to lunch. And I said, look, how's it going? What happened? You didn't open the store the other day on time. What do you think about the product range? What's your plans? Because it's good business, right? It's about the quality of the conversation, not getting it done. I'd rather they didn't do appraisals, didn't fill any forms, save me the money, than do it badly. The focus has to be on quality. No more systems, no more processes. We have enough. All of it's about the softer side of how we do it. Because I'll tell you one thing absolutely for certain. You keep them in the dark, they'll start looking for an exit. 100%. That is the most painful thing of all. You've gone through all of the things, you've invested in them, you've put your money, your attention, everything, and they go and work for another company. Your competitor even. What a catastrophe. And they leave because of the relationship with the line manager, because of lack of trust, because of lack of openness. So I've got 5 things that I'm going to focus on to try and do better in this war. I'm going to make sure the brand is real. I'm going to make sure that if somebody was to come and they're a cousin of somebody who works for us and say, look, I'm thinking of joining Ojan, what's it like? What they say is what I intend. And by the way, what I intend is driving the right things in my strategy. So the inside out is mirrored. The brand outside, the brand inside, the what and the how are balanced. Second thing is, I'm going to do diversity. Because until I've done that, there's low-hanging fruit. There's low-hanging fruit. I'm going to provide the good experiences to the right people, but I'm going to lock them in. I'm not going to let someone have a really juicy project that gives them a huge marketability and then let them go. I'm going to be ready for the next job the moment they finish that experience. I'm going to keep them on a retention. I'm going to have the conversation with them. I'm going to make them feel important and special. I'm going to make sure the line managers take accountability. And by the way, there is a real change coming. And the line manager's accountability for driving results through other people has to be accepted. Enough. We've been talking about it for 30 years now. Being a great technical person is not enough. And we'll need to make real choices. And I'd rather not have them there. But if they're going to be on board, then you need to be fair to them. You need to tell them what it is you expect from them. You need to give them the tools and the chance to change. And then have the clear, honest, respectful conversation with them if they haven't. And lastly, really we have to improve the quality of the communication between us. Now, how many of you are familiar with the English phrase, the grass is greener on the other side? Yeah? So it's interesting, right? Because people move companies because the grass is greener on the other side. Well, I'm here to tell you, the grass is only greener on the other side because you water it. If you don't water it, it dies. The water, these 5 things. I'm not going to say that we live in a very dry country and you need a lot of water, but it's true. We need to really do the things in the right way. The rest of it, don't spend a lot of time and money developing, steal it. You know, huge amount of effort developing competencies, potential definitions, etc. My team will tell you, I spent years developing those things, doing PowerPoints. Utter waste of time. I'm sorry if people in SHL, hey, other places are disappointed. I'd just rather take it, because it's not that different. Focus on these, and you will get the results. I believe that. That's what I've learned. Maybe I'll learn something else from the questions that you'll ask. So thank you very much for it.
Okay, Masoud, thank you so much. I think there's an impassioned plea that I've heard today, and there's 2 words that's in my mind that I will remember with Masoud, which is water and love. Okay, 2 words that I'm going to take away. I think we need to show our appreciation, please, for Masoud and the message of the day.
Thank you very much.